and welcome back to Unique Stitch Designs with me, Sylvia. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful granny square cocoon cardigan. For today's video, I will be using these two beautiful yarns. The weight is DK yarn for the both of them. The name of this one is Cuddles in 100 grams. That is 250 meters or 273 yards. And I used 3 of these. The name is ABC Yarn Prints DK. So I use 3 balls of this one, and then I will be using this Yarn Smith Create Double Knit or DK yarn. In 100 grams we have 290 meters or 317 yards. So I'll be using this yarn, but you can also use any DK yarn you like or prefer. Also, I'll be using 6.5 millimeters hook, pair of scissors, a yarn needle, a tape measure, and also these clips. So for this cocoon cardigan, which is size M, you will have to create a very large granny square. And for my size M, I have done 35 rounds. Now, to create this square, I used 3 of these balls and 1 of this denim one for the sleeves and the collar. To create this square in very deep detail, I have already video in the right top corner, so click on that one, learn how to make this square, and then come back to this video. Once you have your square prepared for size small to medium, you should have about 36.5 inches or 93 centimeters to 1 meter. And for each size up, you should add 2 to 3 rounds. Now I am finishing my square here, so I will do 1, 2 and 3 double crochet here to finish my last cluster. Then I will slip stitch on top of this chain of 3. Now chain 1 and we will fasten off. Make sure you will leave this yarn and longer so you can hide it later on. So once we have our square prepared, we'll be working on the ribbing on one side right here, and then on the other side right here. Once we have it, we will fold our cocoon cardigan. We will sew it, leave the gaps for the sleeves, and then we will work on our collar all the way around once we have the sides and the seams finished. Now for the ribbing, I decided to use this denim collar, and if you like, you could choose different color. You could have the same one as you use for your square, or you could choose the brown one or the light blue one or creamy one. It's totally up to you, but I decided to go with this one. Before we start to work on our ribbing, make sure your square is the right side on the top. Next, we are going to attach the yarn. For me, it will be this denim color in this corner right here. So now for this first row, we will work single crochet all the way across like so. So now insert your hook, yarn over and chain 1. Now you will find your first double crochet and place single crochet on top, and you will work like so on top of each of those double crochet single crochet like this. So simply work 1 single crochet on top of each double crochet you can see, and you can clearly see them. When you get to the gap, do not work inside the gap, work on top of the double crochet, because we did not chain between the clusters as we worked on our granny square. So simply continue like so all the way across, placing single crochet on top of each of these double crochet on this side, and once you get to this corner here, I show you what to do next. So I have 1 single crochet here, 1 single crochet on top of this double crochet, and then I am here in this corner, so I will place my last one here. And now do not fasten off, because now we are going to work on our ribbing. But before we do so, I decided to change my hook for the smaller one, so my ribbing is nice and tight. So I will be using for my ribbing 5mm hook. So insert like so, and now we are going to decide how wide we want our ribbing to be. So for me, I will chain 6, but my ribbing will be 5. So you do the same, the width of your ribbing, and you will add 1 more chain, as that chain will be your turning chain. So now I chain 6, and into the second chain from the hook, I will simply place single crochet, and I will be placing single crochet all the way down. So I should have 5 single crochet like so, and my last one is right here. So now I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochet. Just double check. Now you will be working on that single crochet line we created. So now we'll be working right here. So now, as you can see, this stitch is the part of the chain. So do not work into that one. Find the next stitch and work slip stitch like so. 1 slip stitch, find the next stitch and work 1 more slip stitch like this. So we have 1 slip stitch and the second one. Now we are going to turn our work like so. From now on, you'll be working single crochet back loop only. So we will skip 2 slip stitches, so 1 and 2. And once you skip those 2 slip stitches, we will have 5 single crochet, but only back loop. So skip this slip stitch and this one, and now single crochet back loop only here. So that's my first one. Single crochet back loop only here, so that's my second one. Single crochet back loop only third one, single crochet back loop only fourth one, and into the last stitch you will always work under the both loops. So single crochet under the both loops like so, and this way the edge will be much stronger. Chain 1 and turn your work like so. And remember, we're still working on that single crochet row we created earlier on. So we chained 1. Now find the next stitch and work again 1 single crochet back loop only into the next 5 stitches. So you will always have 5 single crochet back loop only, as your ribbing is 5 single crochet wide. So now, as you can see, we don't work here. Now find the next stitch and work slip stitch. So do not work here, because this is the part of our last row. So work slip stitch and again slip stitch. So you should have 2 slip stitches once you finish your row. Now turn your work and again work single crochet back loop only, and remember you need to skip those 2 slip stitches, so 1, 2, and then you will work again 1 single crochet back loop only, second third, fourth, and the fifth one will be under the both loops, like so. Chain 1 and turn your work again. Again, skip the chain 1, work 1 single crochet, back loop on the second one, third one, fourth one, and fifth one. Sometimes the fifth one here can be hiding, so make sure you find it. Don't work into the one there. Now slip stitch into the next and slip stitch into the next. Turn your work and skip those 2 slip stitches. Remember, you will always skip those 2 slip stitches and then work your 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet back loop only, and the fifth one single crochet under the both loops. Chain 1 and turn your work, and that's how you are going to continue all the way up, working on your ribbing. So once you are done, you will do exactly the same on the other side. So I show you this one, and then you will do exactly the same on the other side. So now I am finishing here. So I will do 1 slip stitch here and 1 slip stitch here. Will turn my work, skip those 2 slip stitches, work single crochet back loop only, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, fifth one will be under the full stitch, chain 1, and as you can see, I have nowhere to go, so this will be my last one here, so my last row. So now I will simply just fasten off. So simply just leave this end longer, chain 1 and fasten off like so. And this is our ribbing. I have done this side here and also the opposite side. And now I am still on the right side, as you can see. So now we are going to flip our square. So the wrong side is on top, as you can see here. And now we are ready to fold it. So I show you how you can do it in 2 ways. So the first way is to fold it like this. And then we will create the seam and leave the gap for the arms. Or the easier way is to just fold it in half like this, so the ribbing is still on the side, as you can see here. And then we will sew here and we will leave the opening for your arms like this on one side, and you will do exactly the same on the other side. So one more time, we will fold it like so. We will sew the seam. So we will sew right here, and this will be the opening for your arm right here. And then we will do exactly the same on the other side. So I will just fold it like this because I think this way it's much easier. So fold it like so. We will sew here. And we will fold it like so on the other side, and we will sew here. So once you got it, we are going to leave these ends longer, and now it's a good time to hide it before we sew. So simply just hide it, and this one as well. And now we are still on the right side up, so the wrong side is inside. Now place the clips if you have them. If you don't have them, you can also use the pegs. So I will show you on this side right here. So I will use 1 peg here, and these pegs will hold it in place nicely while you sew. Now we will leave this gap opening here. Now the gap opening, it's totally up to you. So you will simply try on and decide how tight you want it around your arm. So for me, I decided to go with about 7 inches. So it's totally up to you how wide you want your opening to be. So for me, it will be 7 inches or 18 centimeters. And of course, always double check. And as I said, I have about 7 inches. And we will start to sew just from this back all the way down. So we are going to start here and we will sew like so. We will leave this opening for your arm. And we will do exactly the same on the other side. So let's get started. Make sure you are using the matching yarn like so. So insert your yarn needle and make a knot or two like so. Now I like to go into the same place and work 2 to 3 stitches into the same place. So this way it will be much stronger when you put your cardigan on and off. Now I like to sew this way, but you can use any way you like or prefer. So I like to place my finger between the layers and go from the inside like this. Again from the inside like so. And again from the inside like this. Make sure you don't place your stitches too far apart. And you will simply sew like so all the way down to those corners. And I am finishing here, as you can see. And I have only a few stitches left to reach my corners. So I will do one stitch here, one stitch here, and then I will get my yarn needle into this corner. Just don't get tangled like me. And you can do 1 or 2 stitches into the same place again, like so. Make it nice and strong. And we are going to create a knot like so. Two or three, and make sure it's nice and tight. And before we fasten off, we can also simply hide the end inside that seam you just created. So go inside, and again don't get tangled like me. And simply just hide it, go back, and you will fasten off. Cut your yarn, and we are done. And you will do exactly the same on the other side. So this is our seam completed, and it's looking amazing. And I completed both sides, so I have seam here and also seam on the other side, and we should have something like this. So we have opening for our arm on one side and opening on the other side. Now we are going to work all the way around like so on our collar. So first round will be single crochet. So I will be using this denim color again, but you can use any color you like or prefer, or the color you used on your ribbing. So simply just start somewhere here in the middle of those seams you created, attach your yarn, insert your hook and chain one. Now we'll be placing single crochet all the way around, and where we have the ribbing we'll be simply placing one single crochet on top as well. If you are not sure, don't worry, just make sure you space your single crochet as good as you can and not too far apart. So now we are on this cluster part, as you can see, and where is that corner? I will place 2 single crochet, and from now on I will again place 1 single crochet on top of those double crochet in each cluster, and again into those spaces I will not place single crochet inside the space, but I will place single crochet on top of those double crochet like so. So we will do so all the way around, as we did on those sides before we started our ribbing. So once you get here, you will simply space your single crochets as we did at the start. So continue placing single crochet on top of those double crochet. So I am finishing here, and I have this corner right here, and in those corners I will be working 2 single crochets. They're quite big, so I just need to fill that space. And again on that ribbing here I will try to space my single crochet. So I should have 5 on each side, so altogether on the ribbing part you should have 10 single crochet, because as you remember I have done my ribbing with 5 single crochets, so 5 on one side, 5 on other side. So in this ribbing part I should have about 10 single crochet next to each other and 1 in the middle of that seam, so I would place about 11, or do as good as you can. Just make sure the stitches are not too far apart. So simply just place it like this, and again you have this corner, so in that corner place 2 single crochet, and again continue placing 1 single crochet on top of those double crochet in each cluster. Do not place single crochet between the clusters, because this granny square was made without the chain of 1 between the clusters, so we don't need extra stitches. So continue all the way around until you get to the start. So again I am here on this ribbing part, and I would place about 10 or 11 stitches in this ribbing part. And at the start, if you want, you could place the stitch marker. I only place it now because I totally forgot. So make sure when you work on this, place your stitch marker so you know where is your very first stitch, like so. So now we have single crochet all the way around, as you can see, and it looks much better and neater. For this last part I decided to do something different, but if you like you could also do the ribbing all the way around, but for now I would like to do something different. So we slip stitch, chained 1, and into the same place place single crochet and chain 1, and place another single crochet, and again into the next one work single crochet, chain 1, and into the same place place single crochet. Find the next stitch, work single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet. And that's how we are going to work all the way around. But if you like, as I said, you could work on the ribbing as well, or the same way as we did on our sleeve parts. But as I said, it's totally up to you. So I really like this way to finish my granny square cocoon cardigan. So into the same place, work single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet all the way around in every stitch. Once you come to your first stitch, I show you how to finish it. So I have only few stitches left here. So I will do single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet into the same stitch. And again, single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet. Super easy, but it's a really nice way to finish your cocoon cardigan. And I am finishing here. As you can see, I have few stitches left here, so I will do single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet here, single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet into the same place. And then I will find this very first stitch and simply slip stitch like so, chain 1 and fasten off. Leave it longer so you can hide your end later on. Make sure it's nice and tight. And this is it. We created this beautiful edging for our granny square cocoon cardigan. Make sure you will hide all your ends inside those seams and also in the middle of your cocoon cardigans and all the ends, of course. And this is it. This is our beautiful granny square cocoon cardigan. Super beautiful and very, very easy to make. I was inspired by the seaside, so that's why these colors, which I really, really love, and it's very lightweight because we were using DK yarn. And as I said at the start, if you want, you could do the ribbing all the way around for your collar as well. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to like it, share it, and of course don't forget to subscribe to my channel Unique Stitch Designs for more ideas from me, Sylvia. And please don't forget to find me on social medias. I am on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and TikTok. Thank you very much for watching.